Pearson Sharp.
As if we needed any more signs the US government is our #1 enemy, the military has been running an anti-terrorism training course that portrays pro-life Americans as terrorists. Apparently, there was a course out of Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and I refuse to erase history and call it Fort Liberty. And the US Army was using slides that specifically referenced the pro-life groups National Right to Life and Operation Rescue as actual terrorist organizations. The slide showed that pro-life members of these groups could be, and these are their words, threats to the safety of military installations, and that something as simple as a pro-life license plate could be a sign of terrorism. I'm not making this up. This is exactly why we need to get President Trump in there and clean this place up. In fact, the slides that show the pro-life groups as terrorists are right next to slides about the Islamic State, a brutal Muslim terror group that is famous for murdering Christians and beheading women and children. This course goes all the way back to 2017, which means that for 8 years, our own US military has been training soldiers to treat Americans who are against murdering babies as terrorists. Now, of course, our useless Republican lawmakers pounded the table after the training program became public. But who cares? They won't do anything. They never do. Case in point, Republicans just held a hearing about these disgusting Army classes, and the Army official they questioned wouldn't even tell them if anyone had been demoted or even punished for the slides. The Republicans scolded the Army official and gave him a stern warning, and that's gonna be the end of it. Nothing else will happen. All the people involved will say something like, "Oh, this was an accident, it doesn't represent our views," and then change the name of the program and make the slides harder to find next time. This is a wake-up call, one among many. Our military, our government is quickly radicalizing. It's become a hotbed for left-wing fundamentalists to weaponize their views, literally, and put conservatives and Christians in their crosshairs. Trump has a lot of work to do, but if we have any hope of maintaining our sovereignty as a nation and protecting we the people from the kind of radicalized rogue military that every communist totalitarian government dreams of, then stripping our woke Department of Defense down to the studs and starting over with all new leadership has to be a top priority. Because if you think they'll stop at calling pro-lifers terrorists, I hope you've got an answer for when the military police knock on your door and want to know why you aren't flying a pride flag in your yard.